It's a goddamn movie from like 75, I think. And it's... Oh, yeah, we did read the book in high school. That's right. I remember. Because the book is in Chief's perspective.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So anyway, and Miss Shans had a poster of the movie in the classroom. That was pretty cool. So I don't know when I watched this movie for the first time, but I did, and I just thought it was really good. And moving on to my album.
No, no.
I think
silly ass.
It's just a good, well-directed, acted film. Featuring Jack Nicholson. We have Danny DeVito in a he's very young in it and very unrecognizable. I didn't even know it was him when I first saw it. We have
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd's in it. And you definitely know it's him because he has a very distinct voice. Yeah. And we got a bunch of other guys that I don't know their names.
John Turturro, I'm pretty sure, is in it. The guy, he was in an Adam Sandler movie. He was in, wasn't he in Anger Management? He's the guy with like the longer nose and like the dark hair.
Oh, you're talking about Anger Management. Chuck.
Yeah.
He's in there.
I'm pretty sure John Turturro is in one. Hold on, let me look it up. So tell the good folks at home what One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is about.
It's this dude who is Jack Nicholson in the movie, at least, and he is like a criminal, but he's pretending to be. Well, he's implied to be pretending that he's crazy to get out of jail time, so he gets sent to a psychiatric ward for like investigations and to see if he's actually crazy or not. And there's this really crazy nurse who got her own show a couple years ago, which I watched and talked about on my channel, which got like 4 views. That was cool. Nurse Ratchet. And those two just kind of butt heads a bunch. And Jack makes everyone around him go crazy because they are crazy. And it's just a story of him being there, and that's it. That's it. I don't talk that much about this shit, so I'm just gonna say I like it.
Yeah. There's a lot more. I mean, obviously, it's a story. It's a novel. There are a lot of plot points, and I wouldn't even say twists and turns throughout the movie, but you do get to experience it. It's interesting going from the book to the movie because obviously, from Chief's point of view, this Native American gentleman who
doesn't speak.
Yeah, he's silent almost the entire movie, and he in the movie is really just a side character. I feel like when they adapted the book into a movie, they realized they couldn't just have someone who didn't speak. And then Shawshank Redemption came out and you realized, oh, okay, we could just have a narrator. So Chief could have been narrating the whole movie. But instead, they decided to focus on the star power of Jack Nicholson. I don't think The Shining had come out yet.
No, that was 80.
So I'm not sure what Jack Nicholson had been in prior to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, but I digress. And they focus on him as the main character, and they focus on him throughout his journey at this psychiatric ward, and watching him go from where he starts to where he ends up and slowly lose his mind over the course of the movie. It's really interesting. And then you start to ask yourself, did he ever, like, I love movies where you have to ask if anything that happened on screen actually happened in real life, or if it's all, like, Beau's Afraid does this, American Psycho does this, where there are just parts of the movie that are not over dramatized, but there's just something about it that makes you question like what's really happening, especially when it comes to characters that are slowly losing their minds. And in the book, I feel like I read the book too, but I can't remember. I can't remember all of the differences between, because it's been a while for both of them.
Like 10 years.
Something like that. I just remember really liking the movie. I watched it at home. I legally downloaded it onto my computer, my family computer, and I watched it late at night. And
oh shit! Actually, keep talking for a minute.
Oh sure. And I just looked up that John Turturro is not in fact in this movie, but we do have Brad Dourif, who is the voice of Chucky. He plays Billy Bibbit. We have a guy named Will Redfield, who passed in '76, and I don't know what else he's been up to. A bunch of names that I don't necessarily recognize. But Louise Fletcher plays Nurse Ratched, and she's, as far as I can see on her Wikipedia page, that is mostly what I'm seeing. She also sadly passed away in 2022. But she was
check it out. It's big fucking deluxe edition that I bought at Half Price Books after I watched the movie.
Wow. Looks pretty good.
There it is. It's got a deck of playing cards because they play a lot of cards in the movie.
Yeah, they do.
There's a bunch of like files here, and it has like a bunch of like fucking photos of there's Christopher Lloyd and like other info and shit, and then there's like this other thing that's like talks about I don't know, I haven't seen this in forever, but yeah, it's just like an art book about it, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And there it is, fucking splattered all over the place.
Oh, also let me see, because we talked about
Ew.
What?
Oh shit! I didn't even know that. Because you were talking about, we talked about Rocky.
Yeah.
And how that won Best Picture.
Yeah.
So did this.
That's what I was just gonna look up. Because I was just gonna mention that last episode we discussed potential criteria for what we should deem as classic films, and I thought if it won an award, or an Academy Award, or a Golden Globe, or whatever, if it was recognized by the Academy, that could potentially signify a classic movie. But also, it depends on the time that it was released. Some movies that have won Academy Awards, like I wouldn't consider The King's Speech a classic movie, despite it winning Best Picture in 2012. I don't think that's a very classic movie because no one fucking talks about it, right?
Wasn't like I think it was 2022. It was a movie called Coda that I think won Best Picture.
Yeah.
And it was like an Apple TV movie that nobody fucking saw.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I remember I was working at Apple at the time, and we had computers along the wall that would play stuff off of the Apple TV. It's ads for the Apple TV at the Apple Store. No surprise. And I would end up seeing footage from Coda all over and all the time. So I was more exposed to it than I feel like most. I never saw it. But yeah, man, you could watch any number of videos about award seasons and award shows, and specifically the Academy Awards, and how, I don't know if this is commonly felt throughout, our generation or in this year, in these times, but I feel like award shows they're just popularity contests, and I understand the significance of a popular.
Well, Coda definitely wasn't popular.
Well, it's that, or basically anything that doesn't really have to do with the quality of the film. Sometimes if it's a really popular movie or song, it'll get nominated like half the animated feature movies that are picked above like foreign animated features. And I remember in 2016, I think Your Name either wasn't nominated or it didn't win, and like The Boss Baby won instead, and people were pissed about that. So it's like, yeah, it's either, there are always people behind the scenes that are pulling strings, and I don't want to get too conspiracy tinfoil hatty on you, but I mean, it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone if in real life executives and voters were like being paid by studios to, endorse their movies or whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about, but One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest did win Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress. It was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. It won Best Screenplay adapted from other material. And it was nominated for Best Original Score, Best Film Editing, and Best Cinematography. Every year, there's always one movie that sweeps the Oscars. This year, it was Oppenheimer. In 1976, it was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really good. So check it out.
There's a shitload of characters, and they're all super unique and memorable, and there's just so many scenes that stick out, like when Jack's guy is trying to watch like a baseball game and he's getting everyone to vote and shit, and like, or when he takes them fishing, or like when he's trying to teach Chief how to play basketball, or when he fucking fights the security guards or some shit. There's just a lot of great scenes, and honestly, Jack Nicholson was so goddamn good at like everything he did. Because I always loved, Anger Management. That's like my favorite Adam Sandler movie. Because it's him and them two together. Fucking kills it in Batman. Killed it in A Few Good Men. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, A Few Good Men. He was really good. And anytime I see a fucking picture... Oh, and
he's good in The Shining.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Anytime I see a photo of him recently, because some fucking jerk-off is like fucking... There's always some jackass like photographing people all the time. I'm just like, wow, what a piece of shit. But yeah, hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're enjoying retirement.
Yeah, thanks for making a bunch of fun movies for us to watch. And thanks for making us, in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You really make us root for everybody, and we love watching you succeed. And, do what's good for everybody involved. I kind of lost track of the point a little bit there at the end. I just wanted to interject and say something, I guess.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Anyway, go watch it.